of the second half of the year has been rebounding margin. Obviously, there are fewer boards with the other team making shots, even though the team's bigger. Any explanation? Has that puzzled you? Because you were a good rebounding team in the first half of the year.
Yeah, more than the first half, all the way up till All-Star break, third best defensive rebounding team. We will get back to that.
Do wings, has there been a drop-off?
It has to be all across the board. It's not any one person or any scheme or anything. Yes, the opponent making a lot more shots against us, that does have an impact, but we will rebound better these next 5 games.
It's unfair to compare one year against the other. But kind of the MO of last year's team, their words was undrafted guys who were forgotten about, guys who quit on, they had that edge to them, pushed out of a kennel thing. Is it almost time to get back to that sort of thinking a little bit, or is it already there in some respects?
Well, having a monster-sized chip on our shoulders has always been a big part of the guys' identity. You can define that in a lot of different ways. That can be a chip on the shoulder. It can also just be savage competitiveness. And at our core, that's who we are. That's not who we have been necessarily and consistently, the last 12, 15 games. But certainly in pockets, we've done that. We just have to do it a whole lot more to be able to secure wins.
Around this time tomorrow, a guy you coached and a guy you've coached against will be Hall of Famers officially. How much are you looking forward to just hearing the official word and the totality of that class and kind of the ridiculousness of the enormity of the totality of that class?
Yeah, right? This class is insane. It's going to be a really fun weekend. But certainly to finally get it stamped officially is a great moment. And it was just an amazing moment, last week when he was in the building. I missed Dwayne. I miss seeing him. When you get used to seeing people day to day, every day during a season, and then all of a sudden you don't see them, except for, every few months, you realize, looking back, wow, those were some incredible memories that you've developed with each other. And it'll be a really fun weekend this summer.
So what do you see as the root problem is when you have just coverage miscommunications in fourth quarters?
That part I don't know. That's seriously that's where we've been really good all season long, is in the fourth quarter. There's been pockets of games where we certainly and obviously have had to develop more consistency. Fourth quarter has been the most reliable part of our defense, and again, it's costing us wins. So we will get back to that.
I think I ask you all the time I come down here about one of the college teams, but just with Miami and FAU in the Final Four, just what do you think that means for college basketball in South Florida? And have you reached out to Dusty May and Jim Laramie about that?
I don't know Coach May yet, but I'm looking forward to hopefully having an opportunity to meet him this offseason. I think it's really just amazing, what they've done with the program and put up the interest and then having success. It is hard not to root for that program and what he and the staff have been able to do, and all the players. I did reach out to Coach L. I showed him a picture of my sons trying to do the U after the game, because we watched the second half of the game, and so my youngest son was doing it kind of like this, some version of that. I wished him good luck, and I love seeing the old footage of when he was coaching at George Mason 17 years ago since he's been to the Final Four. It's been a fun season with that group.
Obviously with Bam, teams are sending more defenders into the paint, especially on the roll. What's the challenge for him like of just being a playmaker on those opportunities, but also staying aggressive?
Yeah, welcome to being game planned against. That's born out of respect, and all the great players have to go through that. And then what you have to really do is dominate the moments in between. As the defenses loosen up, but offensive glass, running the floor, getting 3 or 4 easy baskets behind the defense when they're not paying attention to you on cuts, catch and goes, things of that nature, and then still get to your game. Which he has opportunities to do that, but as he's being schemed against, a lot of times that is the correct play, is to find the open guy. He's doing that really well. and you have to continue to do that. What we need is assertiveness. So all the great players have to figure that out, of how to do that in the plays that can't be schemed against. And those are those plays in between.
Right? Jamal Cain hit a game winner in the G League playoffs last night. Just haven't seen him grow over the last year.
Yeah, that's really been a fun group to see develop. Coming from Summer League to where they are now, they've showed incredible grit, but also marked improvement. Individually, but also collectively, that group has really come together to root for each other, to enjoy each other's success, to compete hard for each other, and now they're experiencing something beautiful. That's what you ultimately want, is